Hello people, welcome back. In this session, we are going to learn about how to plot the control chart for the attribute data. The first chart we are going to learn about how to plot a C chart and how to interpret this. So this is the matrix where we select the attribute type of control chart. So C chart we plot when you are using a constant sample size every time and you are looking for the out of that what is the defects, number of defects you are observing. When I say constant sample size, like as you take an example, maybe you are inspecting 10 products every day or maybe 12 every day. So your sample size is not changing if you are inspecting or you are doing the audit of the 10 samples today, which means every time you are doing the 10 samples only as a constant sample size. And out of these, how many defects you are observing, then we'll be using the C chart. So you just need to have the defect data out of the constant sample size. Sample size mentioning is not important here. So these are the defect we are observing. Let's say you are using on the day wise, maybe you have some data for the day one, day two, maybe let's say here, you have the 20 days of data. Out of these 20 days data, suppose every day you are picking up, let's say your sample size is always 100. So every day, maybe you are doing the audit of the 100 samples per day. Out of 100 sample, how many defects you are observing? Defect means one product can have multiple defects as well. Let's say you have defects around 10 to 20 defects per day you are observing out of the 100 sample size. And here I go. So this is the defect data generated where the sample size is constant. So need not to worry about mentioning the sample size in the mini tab. You just need to have the 100 as a constant. So just copy paste this data. This is your defect data. These are the defects which you observed out of the 100 sample size. Go to the mini tab, paste your data here. So my data is ready for last 20 days of 100 samples each day. Now you go to the stat option, go to the control chart, attribute chart, and here you select the C chart. When you click on the C chart, in this window, variable means your defect data, which you have double click. Now you need to select the rule. So we have the 4 rules available for this. And basis on these 4 rules, standard 4 rules, your defect data will be plotted. So rule number 1 says 1 point greater than k standard deviation from the center line and value of k is 3, which means if you have a center line, which is the average of defect, you are calculating the standard deviation of the defect and then plotting the upper and lower control limit, which is the 3 time of standard deviation from the center line. In case any of the data point goes outside the 3 standard deviation of the center line, then the rule number 1 will fail. That means it's an special cause. You need to investigate and fix it. Rule number 2, k point in a row on the same side of the center line, which means if you have continuously 9 data points, they are on the same side of the center line, either they are continuously below the average or continuously above the average, then the rule number 2 will fail. Rule number 3, all k point in a row will increasing or decreasing, which means you have continuously 6 or more than 6 data points, either if they are in a upward trend or they are in a downward trend, continuous all the 6. That means rule numbers 3 will fail and this is a special cause of variation. Last rule number 4, you have k point in a row alternating up and down, which means 14 data point. If they are making a zigzag format, one point is going up, second is going down. And like this, it's continuous till the 14 data point, then the rule number 4 will fail. This is a special cause of variation. Now you click on OK, and here you will see the control chart is plotted. So in case if any of the rule fail, then these blue color dot is the individual data number of defects are, this dot will turn into red color and there will be one point is written there, which means what rule is failing. And the number will be written over the red color dots. If you want to see here, let's say my upper control limit is 27. Maybe for any data point, let's say this is your data point, number 10, sample number 10, and you have the 20 defects. If I make it to 30 or more, then it will come in a red color. Let's say number 10, 20, I am making it to 30. Now, this will show as a rule number 1 is failing. You can see the 1 is written over the red color dot. This blue color dot turned into the red. That means this is a special cause of variation. 1 is written, which means rule number 1. And the explanation of the rule number 1 is given bottom. At the 1 point, more than 3 standard deviation from the center line, and the test failed at the point number 10. So this was the 10th sample you have taken. And where in the 10th sample, you have approximately 30 defects, which is out of your statistical control. That's how we interpret this. So these control charts are really powerful, which will give you the symptom that where the process is going wrong, so that before the product or the goes out of your specification, before that only we can fix it. So C chart we use when you have a sample size constant and you are looking for the defects. Thank you so much, people, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.